This is the Oneness Podcast, episode 40. I am Jessica Delmar. I assist in strengthening your knowledge of who you truly are as a powerful creator being during these powerfully shifting times. Hello everyone, thank you so much for being here. In this episode, we are going to be talking about source potentialities, which open you into this sort of 0-point field that we were talking about in the last episode, that infinite abyss. And what happens is when you connect to that source within space, you then go through this whole transformative process of then emerging back out into reality, into the world. And so what happens when you emerge back out into the world? You still co-create with a duality-based reality, although that co-creation is shifting as you move into a higher dimensional field or a higher frequency field. But also what shifts, and what's a major part of the shift, is your relationship with your vibration and how you create based upon your vibration. So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about the vibrational guidance scale, which many of you guys know about. Abraham Hicks has talked about the vibrational guidance scale. It's been talked about by many other people as well, but we're going to approach it a little differently in terms of understanding it from the unified foundational field. So the vibrational guidance scale, the scale that many people have spoken about, Abraham Hicks as well, is based upon the duality-based scale. And so that was, of course, necessary to understand as you were navigating through duality, both within and without. But what happens when you start to integrate your unity, when you start to integrate the wholeness and your deep source connection, then you establish a unification, a unified foundation, which all of your vibrations are then built upon that. So that then contributes to a major way of how you create your reality. New Earth, at least right now, is where duality exists side by side with unity. But to get there, a tug-of-war battle takes place between masculine energy attached to Earth and divine masculine power not attached to Earth masculinity, meaning divine masculine in essence is divine order, knowledge, and righteousness in balance with divine nature. Divine masculine energy of the Earth, which is duality and attachment that we know of today, is attached to the mind, power, and control. The karmic cycle of masculine energy involves waves of divine feminine balancing the attached masculine so that divine order can enlighten the illusion that wages in the mind of masculine energy on the planet. Planetary masculine is uniting with divine feminine so that the divine order and balance can be established. New Earth involves the same type of power struggle within you. The illusion of a masculine dominant world requires reprogramming of some kind by soft divine feminine energy. It's similar to that divine mother energy that you need to embrace and comfort your inner wounded child. However, this flip-flopping energy does not tread lightly. It requires you to acknowledge divine order and balance in every area of your experience. For divine masculine to transcend as a creative new earth energy power, you must be able to recognize your own sense of inner empowerment and list of potential energy signatures, which align you to the vibration of a new dimension, which is new earth. New earth potential energy signatures are vibrations that align you with a higher dimension and frequency. The difference between the old vibrational scale of emotions and the new earth vibrational scale is that the old vibrational scale recognizes emotions as both separate entities and frequencies, meaning, for example, you are either happy or sad, and if you're happy, then you're in a high vibration, and if you're sad, then you're in a low vibration. There are emotions that spiral upward and emotions that spiral downward. New Earth energy signatures are rooted in unity. Each potential frequency signature exists in alignment with the rooted energy of internal equilibrium. Therefore, the foundation of frequency shifting or emotional changes is no longer rooted in duality, but rooted in harmonious action. In other words, the new earth energy signatures are founded upon inner balance, ease, flow, your 0 point, and divine neutrality or inner peace. There are 4 parent probabilities that give birth to the refracted light of the new earth potential vibrational guidance scale, which is a scale of potential inner vibrations that help you to navigate your reality, very similar to the vibrational guidance scale of 3D earth vibrational emotions. But before we get to the new earth vibrational guidance scale, you enter through these potentialities, and what came through was 4 of them, at least for right now. And these 4 potentialities enter you into the 0 point field or divine neutrality. When you open the 0 point field, you still exist in a physical reality that is duality-based, but not duality-dominant. Instead, the 0 point allows you to exist in duality while holding a dominant foundational vibration of unification. This allows a unified field of reality to be the dominant reality, while duality is simply an energy field similar to a vibrational feeling and serves a purpose for expansion. For example, duality becomes a vibrational feeling, like feeling mad. You feel duality, but you do not exist in duality, just like you would feel mad, but you do not exist in the madness. Existing in duality fed many of the lower vibrations of the old vibrational guidance scale. When you exist in a more unified field of reality, you are feeding all energy sources as energetic possibilities, meaning there is possibility in joy and also possibility in anger. You are not the feeling, but you use the feeling to open possibilities. The 0 point field, which becomes your unified foundational field, is based in the high heart and radiates at a constant frequency of unconditional love. The duality field was the separation of the heart and mind. The high heart is the merging or coming together of the heart and mind, which unlocks unconditional love in form. But just like the field of duality, the field of unity also comes with a scale of vibrational energy or emotion, which allows you to fully express and experience your physical reality and creation. However, instead of expressing or experiencing your reality from the foundational point of duality, which is the heart and mind separation, you are now experiencing and expressing your reality from the foundational point of unity, which is the heart and mind merged together at the high heart. High heart is located at the center of the throat, is what it kind of showed me, but it's also connected to the U-shaped bone at the neckline. This U-shaped bone at the neck is the doorway into the high heart, at least coming up as the heart rises upward. The high heart does not physically exist as an energy center in the body like the heart and the mind, but is a doorway located at this throat and neck area that opens energy from within to without into your surrounding energy field. So it's basically showing me like this web of energy that comes from within, like your center point from deep within, especially your source connection and that unconditional love you hold within, that then extends outward like a web around you in your energetic field. The field of unity through the high heart 0 point energy realm is accessed through the now moment. So that's another important ingredient in everything coming together, is you must be in the now moment while accessing that 0 point field through these potentialities that I'm going to go over. So what came through are 4 potentialities that are first recognized when you recognize the source within. So when you get closer to unlocking your connection and relationship with that source within, it unveils these grand potentialities that you can more deeply connect to. And I call them parent potentialities because if you kind of think of like a tree diagram, they're kind of at the top, and then everything pours forth when you recognize these potentialities within. It opens up a more expansive field of possibility in your reality and in your ability to create your reality. So when I say potentiality, what came through is the definition, at least in my interpretation, is potentialities are self-recognitions of source light within your enlightened experience. Therefore, you are able to co-create your experience within the recognition of these source light potentialities. Before, there was heavy emphasis in creating your experience by aligning to vibrational feeling. By finding your flow in the infinite in between, this infinite abyss, the 0 point, divine neutrality, you are now able to co-create your experience through pure possibility. This vibration is not on the vibrational scale, but is a vibration of pure belief and conviction of that belief. It is not belief in the known, but belief in the unknown. So I'll further explain that when we get into the vibrational guidance scale of unified foundation. But first, I do want to talk about these 4 potentialities. It's shown to me like this in understanding these 4 potentialities. So the human 3D perspective perceives, for example, rain and clouds. When a person recognizes and realizes the source within, the human then opens perception to perceive beyond the rain and clouds, so you can now perceive the sun. That's beyond the rain and clouds. When a person is able to perceive and recognize the source within, which is the sun, then that's when potentials arise. Each potential that arises within you is much like the refracted light of source within, or the refracted light of the sun against the rain in this example. Every potential that you open is like a new color layer of a rainbow that appears, and you open the light of that particular rainbow color into your experience to create with. So keep that in mind as I go through these 4 potentialities. So the first potentiality is transcensions. I don't know if transcensions is an actual word, but it's just the word that came through to best describe this potential. So what came through is the potential of transcensions is that you can feel into anything and everything. There are no boundaries when it comes to feeling. Your gift as a refraction of the reflected light of source is feeling, because feeling bridges all time, space, dimension, and layer of the universe. To understand feeling is to understand how the universe is made, created, maintained, expanded, and falls. Feeling is not refracted light, but truth and the feeling of the refracted light. However, in duality, feeling is falsely refracted into good or bad, low or high, positive or negative. So you must learn to align to the true feeling of source beyond the illusionary refraction of the duality of good and bad. And you do this through divine neutrality. The second potentiality is galactic travel. This is what came through. The potential of galactic travel is the bridging of time and space within your cellular memory. When you internally bridge time and space, you are deprogramming those thoughts and beliefs and programs of limitation in your cellular memory. Cellular memory is important for the perception of your reality because your human memory serves as an anchor for time. Time is not something that passes, but an anchor for energy to move through in a specific motion, which the human mind perceives as linear. Cellular memory defines time and space and your existence through it. When you deprogram your energetic ties to time and space limitations, you are automatically discovering the open black hole within each cell. Each cell holds a powerful black hole type of energy, is what it showed me, which is often stifled when cellular memory attaches to the limitations of time and space. Releasing these limitations opens potential beyond your Earth planet to discover and explore your connections to the universe. So basically, when it showed me how each cell has this sort of black hole type of energy, black holes are simply kind of like portals of renewal that takes you through into a more expansive place. What's coming through is a compressed sort of space or area that then spits you out into either contraction or expansion, depending upon what your deeper intention is for the cell. So because you hold cells in your body, your mind, your ability to co-create, you're telling your cells what to do and how to work in your body, how to be healthy or not healthy, etc. So within each cell holds the capability of expansion and contraction through that black hole energy. And within each of the contraction or the expansion, it opens a huge field of possibility, but you have to get to the space of opening that possibility by deprogramming those old thought forms that the cells hold in the body of limiting beliefs that are highly attached to your limiting beliefs of time and space. So the third potential that came through is isotrope, and these are words that just sort of came through to help solidify or bring into our awareness the different types of potentialities. So they're just simply words trying to grab hold of energy, or me trying to interpret the energy through words. Just keep that in mind. So I want to first define isotrope, or isotropic is what came through. It is, according to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, it is exhibiting properties such as velocity of light transmission with the same values when measured along axes in all directions. It is also having properties which are equivalent in all directions or uniformity in all orientations. So basically it showed me, like, if you think of like a ball in the center and energy moving outward in all directions, that's sort of the energy behind this potential. What came through is you are not linear and your experience is not linear. Instead, think of yourself as a sun. You radiate energy outward and the power comes from within. The potential of isotropy is that you are not only one, but all, in your ability to experience and be experienced, meaning you are both creator and created. You also feed your experience and perceive your experience from a center point, and this center point is what refracts as light from within you. You radiate your essence through your center point, and it is energy that reaches out beyond your line of sight, but which you can also travel to experience through feeling. So if you think of the sun, and what it showed me was the sun and how its energetic rays basically travel throughout the entire solar system, galaxy, if you will, beyond its line of sight. So if you think of the sun and you think of us here on Earth, and we, all of us, all of these living organisms on Earth are experiencing the warmth of the sun. You are both the sun as the sun in the sky. You are also everything that is experiencing the sun's rays or the sun's warmth, including all of these living organisms, the planets, everything that you extend outward to embrace, you also have the ability to experience through the magic of feeling. Going back to the first potential of transcendence, or connecting back to transcendence, when you can feel into anything and everything. The potentiality of isotropy is, or isotropy, I'm not too sure how to pronounce it. The potentiality of isotropy is pure energy that extends throughout the entire universe with a center point that is held within you as your recognized source within. That's how powerful your connection to the source within is it extends outward through the entire universe, through the energetic rays, if you will, ripple effect of your energy, and you have the ability to feel everything that you connect to. The fourth potentiality is magnification. The potential of magnification is your ability to magnify anything as more or less, meaning you have the opportunity to add more energy to or take more energy away from. And this potential extends from your center point of isotropy. So this also allows for you to neutralize energy or balance energy. This potential also includes your ability to manipulate energy feeling, energy radiance from your center point, energy emission from other sentient beings, as well as your ability to perceive something as micro or macro. For example, this allows you to be able to view on a much deeper level all of those micro layers like the cells and everything like that within the body, while also viewing the complete body as a whole person. And this goes even beyond that in terms of micro and macro on much larger scales. Along with this potential comes some benefits as well as downsides. The benefit of perceiving everything as micro or macro allows you to live in an expanded awareness of all things, but it is a super sense that must be exercised. As you exercise this sense, some of you may notice other senses diminishing because much energy is put into exercising this new super sense. Learn to balance this new super sense with your other senses, and all will come back into alignment. Okay, so those are the 4 potentialities that co-create with your 0-point field when you're able to open up that connection with the source within. And then you're able to go through that transformation process and emerge back out into the world. And now we're going to open up that new co-creative process, if you will, or journey with your emergence back into the world, utilizing the vibrational guidance scale that we all know and love, but now with a different perspective. Now we are understanding the vibrational guidance scale and our relationship to our emotions and our vibration through a foundational equilibrium or a unification. If you're listening to this episode on YouTube, I have up on the screen the vibrational guidance scale that came through for me. A lot of the same things in terms of connecting to the old vibrational guidance scale and a few new things, not too many new things. I'm also going to post this on my blog, so I'll post a link in the description of this podcast. Just click on the link and it'll take you to the slides that I created. So the main difference in terms of the vibrational guidance scale is understanding that all of these vibrations come forth through a foundational vibration that you're holding as a human being. You hold a foundational vibration of equilibrium, balance, and unity, all sparked through that high heart connection, unveiling unconditional love in your unified field, your energetic field. However, instead of this vibrational guidance scale going up and down, meaning the very lowest frequency is the complete opposite of the very highest frequency, think of each vibration or emotion as its own unique energy form. It kind of shows me each vibration or emotion is kind of like its own energy ball. But basically, if each emotion and vibration is its own energy ball, then each vibration and emotion has its own ability to open up a realm of possibility. And within that possibility is sort of a spiral upward and downward. Just like I was talking about with the cells, each cell kind of has that black hole energy, which enables you to open into a field of possibility. And that field of possibility holds both powerful contraction as well as powerful expansion. It depends upon where you are directing the energy as the greater mind of the cell. So the same thing happens with the vibration and emotions that you hold within. Being the greater mind of your experience, your relationship with the different vibrations or feelings or emotions that you're holding shifts, and you're able to utilize the different possibilities within everything that you feel, within every vibration you hold. Your now moment provides you the gift of being conscious of every vibration or feeling or emotion that you're holding, so that you're conscious of the portal that you're able to open through that vibration or emotion, whether you want to expand or contract. The spiral energy held in each vibration or emotion acts as a current of energy to establish wanted or unwanted vibrations, energy, or emotions. You can move from anger into appreciation in this new earth vibrational guidance scale built upon a unification foundation, because the spiral current of energy in the now moment assists with bridging all vibrations on the scale together as one. So that's the other thing that the now moment does, is it allows for all of these vibrations in this vibrational guidance scale to exist together. Even though they have different frequencies, they're not as separate as they were in the duality-based vibrational scale. In the duality-based vibrational scale, it kind of shows me just like what we spoke about. Instead of just being and experiencing the feeling of mad or anger, you were in the feeling of mad or anger. It kind of opened up a realm for you to be in that vibrational feeling experience. In this new vibrational guidance scale, because you understand the unity within everything and all the vibrations, you're able to experience it while still maintaining that foundation of unity. So it shows me more like a catalog. Like, instead of being so deep within each of the vibrations are kind of like in your pocket as different pages of a catalog, if that makes sense. So even in the New Earth human experience, you may experience emotions as separate, but they also exist together in your awareness of the now moment and unity in the now. The ability to shift vibrations is simply the ability to be aware of what energy you are holding in your now moment and understanding it enough to know if it is serving or not serving you. If it's not serving you, you can choose another vibrational feeling from that catalog, like I was saying. But to quickly access other vibrational feelings of expansion or contraction, you must get into surrender. Surrender is the energy that accesses the 0-point current of expansion or contraction in the now. So again, in each of the different vibrational levels, each layer or each emotion can be seen as like what I was talking about with the cell. Each of them has their own sort of black hole energy, which takes you into that field of possibility, which takes you into powerful expansion or contraction. But in order to access that black hole energy, the key is surrender. Surrender will take you into the flow of that black hole type of energy, which you can then access the different possibilities. You must be able to let go of whatever vibration you are in. And this is also why on your journey you learn the importance of non-attachment and you learn to let go of attachments. Because in the old vibrational scale, again, that's what puts you so deep into each of the vibrational levels is attachment. That's what kind of kept people in that vibration of anger or the vibration of sadness, etc. So if you're able to hold the foundational vibration of unity, and then all of the other vibrations and emotions are just part of the unity, it feels more like the catalog with different pages that you're just kind of flipping through, that you don't hold a lot of attachment to. So if you do find yourself in the layer of anger, you don't have attachment to keep you in that layer of anger. You're able to easily let go when you're conscious that you're in the layer of anger that will then sweep you into a powerful current through the surrender and into the state of possibility, which allows you to easily access expansion or further contraction, depending upon what your intention is in that state of surrender. It is through your surrendered, focused intention in the now moment that you will flow with the current of either expansion or contraction into the vibrational field that you desire, and that's why you can easily flow from anger into joy. However, in order to first let go and surrender into 0 point, which is where you access the current of expansion or contraction flow, you must fully experience where you are. You cannot force yourself out of a vibrational field because it will just bring in resistance. If you are feeling boredom, you cannot spark passion and inspiration without fully understanding why you are in the vibrational realm of boredom to begin with. There is much to learn in each vibrational field, and it is through your understanding and knowledge that you spark the open portal of surrender. So your New Earth experience still offers contrast because it's necessary for growth, learning, and expansion. But as soon as you understand the purpose of the contrast in your now moment, then the expansion into more desirable paths can be established. So for example, again, if you're in the anger layer, your non-attachment there will allow you to better understand why you're there, why you're experiencing anger, what's the purpose, what is it trying to spark within you, what is it trying to teach you. That will then allow you to fully experience why you're there in the anger vibration, but it will also allow you to fully let go when you need to let go and move into surrender and into open possibility. This is different than the old earth experience of vibrational layers because your consciousness allows you to understand the who, what, when, where, why, and how in your experience on a vibrational level, not physical, so that you can surpass any physical limitation and link up with the fast-moving flow of the expanding or contracting, depending on what you want, now moment current. This allows you to transform each now moment that you find yourself in accordance to your vibration, intention, and understanding, and choose or even stay in your desired vibration with more ease and flow. And that is what came through for this episode. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or send me an email. I'll post my email in the description box. You can also leave an audio recording of your question or comment. I'll post a link to that as well on the Anchor app. If you want me to dive even deeper into the vibrational guidance scale through the New Earth Unified Foundation, let me know, because I know that there's so much that we can dive into there. But thank you everyone so much for being here, for listening in, and for all of your support. This podcast can now be found on all podcast platforms. Listen and subscribe on Apple iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, Breaker, and YouTube. I'll see you in the next episode, and remember that all is truly well. Oneness, love, and peace be with you.